What's new, crew? If you're new, my name's Cassandra. Today we are hopping in to do something that I did last year as well. I can link that video down below because I'm doing different recipes this year than what I did last year, at least a different variety of recipes. We are making cookie dough jars to put on my Homestead pantry shelf for convenience, but also to hand out as Christmas gifts as part of our like little Homestead basket that we're going to be putting together closer to the holidays. I have 17 jars in front of me. I went and got the cheaper jars. These are Anchors because I needed to get jars to be able to do this. And these were like $6 or $7 cheaper than balls. And because I'm not canning with them, I don't really care that they're not like as high quality or whatever. I do have a Fours Jars vacuum sealer here. I did not do that step last year. I did not vacuum seal these. I do not think you have to vacuum seal these. If you do not have this, I would not tell you to go out and purchase it just for this project. But I got this as a gift and I have it, so I'm going to use it. I have one jar left on my shelf that we did this time last year, so it's been about a full 12 months. It's still perfectly fine and it was not vacuum sealed. We just pulled that jar off the shelf yesterday and made it. So it was still completely fine. I do not think you need this. If you have it, go ahead and use it. That's my spiel. I went ahead this morning, pulled out my jars, pulled out all of my additives here, all the things I think I'm gonna need for this recipe, so hopefully I don't have to do a lot of running in between doing jars. My plan is to do 2 oatmeal raisin. Those are gonna stay specifically for my shelf. My husband and I are doing carnivore. We haven't had sweets in a very long time. It's been almost 2 months, which isn't a long time, but it seems like a long time. And I want to have those on my shelf for myself. That's my husband and myself's favorite cookie, so we're gonna do those. I'm gonna do 4 peanut butter chips and chocolate chips, 4 Christmas colored M&Ms. I got these from Sam's Club. They're on rollback right now, and if you're interested, mine were able to ship. So I was actually able to get this delivered to or shipped to my house. But I got the M&M ones. I got the peanut butter M&Ms, which are our favorite. I'm not going to be making any jars with these just because these M&Ms are so big. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit everything in my jar. But if you wanted to, this is an option. And I also got a thing of mini M&Ms, which we'll be using as well. I want to do 4 jars of just a plain peanut butter cookie to be able to do, because we love peanut butter cookies. And then I also want to do 5 like monster cookies with whatever I have available, which is chocolate chips, my peanut butter chips, and probably some of our mini M&Ms. Maybe I'll throw in a handful of like our Christmas flavored M&Ms, our Christmas colored M&Ms. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna use the same base recipe, I think, for the peanut butter chocolate chip, my Christmas colored M&Ms, and maybe my monster cookies. I don't know if I'm gonna put oats in my monster cookies because I wanna make this as streamlined and simple as possible. So I'm gonna use the same base recipe, which is just on the back of my mini M&Ms or mini chocolate chips that I get from Aldi. They have a cookie recipe back here. It works great. I thought about making some jars for my shelf with my favorite sourdough cookie recipe, but I'm not gonna be able to hand those out as gifts. Maybe a different time, a different day, I will make some that are just like sourdough cookie recipes where I can dump my sourdough and my wet ingredients into it and have a quick cookie. But today's not that day. If, big if, I have enough time today, because I have other things I also need to get done today, and if both of my babies are cooperative, I might also do some brownie jars. I have 5 jars that I set aside. I want to make brownie mixes in. I might get to it today, I might not. We're gonna see what the day holds. So I want to go ahead and start with my base recipe here because I can knock out a ton of jars all at once, have everything laid out, and then once my jars are full and vacuum sealed, I'm gonna put them back in my box here to be able to carry them back down into my food storage where they will sit until the holidays. So let's go ahead and start, shall we? I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with my peanut butter chip and chocolate chip with our base recipe here. So let's go ahead and get going. The kitchen is already dirty because I was making some sourdough this morning, so I figured we're not even gonna clean it up, we're just gonna hop right in. I'll clean it up all at once when we're done here. So what we're gonna do is put all of our dry ingredients in here. We're gonna mark the top of our jars with what they are. And then I have these little stickers I got off Amazon where you can write whatever you need to add and what to cook the cookie at. And it's just a little sticker that sticks right to the top of the jar here. So for now, I'm just gonna fill them, label each jar head with what the cookie is, and then I'll go back and top them with our stickers and the added ingredients for later. So we're just putting dry stuff in here today. So I'm gonna put half a cup of sugar in each jar, half a cup of brown sugar. I also love just how pretty these look. Once you get everything in the jar, it's so beautiful. Do some baking soda. And we're just gonna top these with our flour and then whatever additives we wanna do. This recipe is super simple, but super delicious, which is why I really, really, really like it. For the additives on these, I'm putting in some peanut butter chips. And some minis. I'm going to fill 2 more, exactly like I did those 2. And then I decided what I'm gonna do is fill everything and then I'll vacuum seal them all at once. One of the reasons I love having these on my own shelf is strictly for convenience. They are some of the nicest things to have, especially when I'm thinking like for after school snacks for the kids. I love to have something fresh. I don't always. I definitely don't always, but I really like to. It gives the kids something to look forward to, and a lot of the times my kids, as they're leaving for school in the morning, will give me requests for after school snacks if they want something specific. And I absolutely love being able to just have these on the shelf, throw them in the KitchenAid really quick with some of our eggs, vanilla, butter, and I don't have to dirty my entire kitchen or pull something. It's so nice. I love them. They're also super nice to have in cases of housewarming gifts, birthday gifts. They're really easy to pull off of the shelf and just hand out as a gift, which just makes everything. I love them because they're so dual purpose, and I'm never upset when I remember that I have these on the shelf to be able to just pull out. And I'm trying some different recipes this time just to mix it up a little bit. When I was grocery shopping at Aldi, I saw they had these Reese's peanut butter chips, which I never buy, like literally never. And I figured 'tis the season, we will definitely use them. So I got a bag, and well, I got 2 bags. And I used this entire bag for 4 cookie jars. So I will have to go get my other bag off of the shelf, which is totally fine for our monster cookies that I kind of want to do. So that's totally fine with me. Okay, next we are going to do our Christmas flavored, or Christmas colored, I keep saying flavored, Christmas colored M&Ms, which I'm super excited about. Haven't even opened these. We did break into the mini M&Ms and the peanut butter M&Ms. I've made some cookies for the kids over the last couple of days since I've received these, but super awesome. I'm so excited about these. I do want to make sure that I'm saving a decent amount of these because we will make fresh cookies. I want to get some cookie dough balls in the freezer for convenience over the next month or so. Probably not a ton, but at least a couple I would like to have in there. Plus I have some bar recipes that I want to do, and gingerbread houses. We make gingerbread houses every year with some of my nieces and nephews out of graham crackers because graham crackers are super cheap, and the kids will usually actually eat it after they're done making it. They won't really eat the gingerbreads. So super cheap. I just go to Aldi, I'll get like 4 or 5 boxes of graham crackers, and it's so fun. The kids love it. So I want to make sure I have some different kinds of M&Ms for decorating for all of the kids' gingerbread houses that we do. Okay, how many of these did I want? I want 4 of these as well. I'm going to do 2 at a time just to keep it simple. I have 2 funnels up here. I could have gotten more funnels and done all 4 at once, but we're just gonna stick to what I have here. This system is working pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna use the same base recipe that I used for the other ones, except this time I'm just gonna add in the Christmas colored M&Ms and get these going. So same process, same recipe, just different additive to make the cookie a little different. When it comes to your additives, I say measure with your heart. And that's what's so fun about having a really good base recipe, is that you really can just mix in absolutely whatever you want. And that's what's so fun about it, because you get to do the same base recipe over and over and over, and then just add in what sounds good. And it's a perfect way to get really easy variety on your shelf and some convenience items. And look at how pretty those end up turning out with the Christmas colors on top. If you wanted to be really extra, you can get some bow tie around it, print off some labels, whatever you want. But 2 more done. Next, we're gonna do a plain peanut butter cookie, and I'm going to look up my peanut butter cookie recipe off of Pinterest. When I say my, I just mean the peanut butter cookie recipe that I use. I don't mean that it's actually my recipe. This one comes from Kitchen Fun with my 3 sons. Really great chocolate, or really great peanut butter cookie. It's really simple, but it's soft and chewy, which is what we like in a peanut butter cookie. So there is that. I think this recipe specifically would fit really well in a pint-sized jar, actually. So I do have some pint-sized jars downstairs. I think I'm actually gonna skip this one. I might do this one today. Oh wait, maybe should we look at this recipe? No, Cassandra, stay on task. I will link this one down below. It's from nerdymama.com. This recipe is a monster cookie recipe that is like specifically made to go in a jar like this. But first, I have to go get some more brown sugar. That's the only thing that I ran out of thus far. So, Jesus. Berta, come here. Berta, baby's sleeping. Gotta stay up here, okay? Baby's sleeping. Thank you. Okay, this recipe starts with 2 cups of oats, vanilla extract, which we'll skip, 1 teaspoon baking soda, okay, and then I need half a cup of brown sugar, and then whatever additives you want to add in here. I ran out of peanut butter chocolate chips, so I think I'm going to run downstairs as well, and I'll grab those, and we'll add in the mini M&M, or yes, the mini M&Ms, the mini chocolate chips, and our peanut butter chips in here, and these will be good to go as well. And then I think I'm going to make 3 more jars just like this. Brown sugar's in there. Do some chocolate chips. Finish off that bag. Let's do a handful of minis. And just look at how cute those turn out. Those ones might be my favorite jar thus far. Look at how unbelievably gorgeous those are. Just stunning. And okay, I really want to make 3 more of those. I think those are going to be a hit. And quite honestly, I might come back and make more of these, because I think these will be a family favorite for sure. Where did I put my scoop? I have so many things on my counter right now, I can't even keep track of where I'm putting things. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do a small change of plans because I want to do oatmeal raisin, but this is all the oats I have left, so I'm probably just gonna wait to do those. I just wanted those for myself anyway, so I'm not super upset about that. So I think I'm going to do this double chocolate brownie mix. Once again, found this on Pinterest. It's made to fit into a jar. It is from Miss Lemon's Kitchen. I'm gonna do hopefully 5-ish of these. Seem pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I'm excited about that. So then hopefully that means I can, maybe that means I'll be able to finish these off and maybe start cleaning my kitchen all within my baby's nap time. But we will see. We will see how that goes. Okay, we're gonna do a brownie mix. If you wanted to make this brownie mix your own a little bit, you could also throw in some of the peanut butter chocolate chips if you wanted to. When you're baking this, you could throw in some caramel or something, make it a little bit more your own. You could add nuts in here if you wanted to. So really add in what you want, take out what you don't. If you don't want chocolate chips and whatnot in it, then just don't add it. So we're gonna do 1 cup of sugar into all 5 of my jars here. I went ahead and doubled the recipe because these would fit perfect in a pint-sized jar as well if you wanted to do just one recipe. I would assume that's more for like a 9x9 pan. We're a large family, we do everything large, so I want a 9x13. So I doubled these and they fit perfect in this jar. So if you want to leave it as a single recipe, I would suggest a pint-sized jar, just so you're not wasting a ton of space. But this is a doubled recipe and I got 2 of them here. Happy with these. I'm going to set these aside. And I have 3 more that I want to do. I'm also going to double all of these as well. But I'm thinking maybe in 2 of these I'll put peanut butter chocolate chips just to switch it up a little bit, make it a little bit more fun. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I had to run downstairs to grab another cocoa powder. I also had to run downstairs for more chocolate chips, and I grabbed those peanut butter chips as well. Obviously, I'm just eyeballing these. And then just to make these 3, I think a little bit different, I think it would be super fun to add in just a little bit of peanut butter chocolate chips. There. So these ones will be more of like a Reese's type of brownie, but how fun is that? And you know what? Today wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. I didn't do everything that I thought I was going to, and I switched out some other, but all in the same. My kitchen is trashed. There's flour and stuff everywhere because my toddler got into my flour bucket. But here we go. This is what the toddler did while I was distracted here. Of course, dinosaurs in the flour. We'll get that cleaned up in a minute. Nonetheless, the baby is just waking up now. I have her on the monitor here. We got 2 different types of brownie mixes made, and I think 3 different types of cookie jars made, which is perfect. It's a little different than what I set out to do initially, but I'm actually really happy with this kind of make out of what we got here. We'll be able to hand out brownie mixes for Christmas gifts and also keep some for ourselves, as well as all of these really fun different kind of cookie mixes that we did. They look beautiful in the jars. I'm super happy with those. So we got some convenience things on the shelf for our personal homestead, plus some homemade Christmas gifts that can go out as well, which I'm really excited about. I'll let you guys see my dirty kitchen behind me for a minute. But the cool thing about these is to be able to give out a homemade gift. It doesn't have to be a huge thing, right? You could give out a brownie mix, a cookie mix, and just as is. I think that would be a wonderful, perfect gift, just as like a neighbor gift to say thank you if they helped you throughout the year or whatever, or just happy holidays. I think that's super fun, super easy, and super cost efficient as well, because you could do exactly what I did today, get some stuff on your own shelf for convenience, homemade items, This is like a Homestead skill that isn't really needing a lot of skills, right? It's just being prepared and using whatever you currently have in your pantry. I didn't go out and purchase anything special for this that I wouldn't have already been purchasing. Like the M&Ms are a special treat for us. Butter chips are different for us, but I was planning on getting those things anyway for the holidays. So it's not like I had to purchase anything extra. Everything else I just used from my own food storage. Whatever kind of oats I had. You can see I used most of my oats, so my plans changed a little bit. That's okay. Lots of my flour from my 5-gallon buckets here, and really it's just using pantry staples to go ahead and get this done. It's pretty cheap as a gift. I think the most expensive thing are going to be your jars and maybe like your additives, your M&Ms and stuff if you want to do something fancy, but you can always keep it really casual with just some chocolate chips. That's great too. You could also do a sugar cookie base if you didn't want to have to add any additives. A sugar cookie recipe would be great as well. And then they get to add in all the expensive stuff, the butter and the eggs and the vanilla and all that stuff they can add as they bake it, which is super fun. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, making a couple of different things for the pantry and also working on adding things to the Homestead gift baskets that we're going to be doing this year. And I'll see you guys in another one.